Hey, you guys, it is Gigi with Invite the Light coming to you with another reading. So, the um the meeting is on tomorrow with the Queen. Apparently there is some meeting that she's called, some quote unquote emergency meeting, so we will see what happens. I'm just going to do a little bit of a reading, and it is going to be a bit short because I'm telling you I'm running on a very short battery, and it is just going down second by second. So it's going to be relatively short. Okay, good morning then, Jewel. Oh my God, around the clock. What? Where are you located? Girl. All right, let's see what's up with this. So Meghan, right? This whole video is gonna be dark, by the way, because I just don't have it like that. And I'm trying to save the battery here, so that's one reason why it's gonna be quite dark. All right, so let's see. What's going on with the Queen? Like, where is everybody right now in London? It is 8:34, I believe. Um, well, the first card that I got that came out is the Three of Cups. So that's a really good sign. I would say, typically what comes up in a trio is the Queen. Um, it's the Queen, it's Harry, and it's Meghan. So I mean, usually they kind of get along in this way. Although the Queen, like I've said in many of my readings, has kind of pulled back from Meghan. Not that she doesn't like Meghan, but it's just she's gotta she doesn't want to compromise anything. So, um, series of things right here. First set of cards would be the Page of Wands here, the Seven of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, the Magician, and then the other group of cards that really kind of flew out in my left hand, like insisting themselves, was the Emperor in reverse. So this is strange. The Queen is super duper duper upset. I'm not sure that she's ever been more upset ever than this. I mean, I've never seen her show up in reverse. It's almost like she feels like the whole thing has been off. Like, she's just upset over the situation. She just feels like, the way these cards show is, with the Six of Pentacles upside down, with the Eight of Pentacles upside down, with the Two of Wands upside down. I would say, of course, she disagrees with the way that Harry is handling this. It looks like Harry is the only one showing up in this, really. I mean, it hasn't been Meghan at all. It's kind of unfortunate because Meghan is getting blamed for this when it really doesn't have to do with Meghan. Especially if you guys saw my extended reading yesterday, like you will see like the process as to why like Harry is in this position and asserting himself in this way. So, I mean, the Queen's opinion is that she doesn't okay, I don't know if that just got cut off or whatever, but the Queen's opinion is that she just doesn't agree with this. And there is some part of it where she feels like a little bit, I guess, slighted by them. But I think, when I pull up a clarifier card for that, I just see that it's more so like it's not that Harry and Meghan are blindsided her or anything. You see from my other videos, I told you that Harry did not just do this without the royal family knowing this. I told you he actually confronted each and every one of them, because I don't want to say he's like a madman, but he's so passionate. He's always been that way his whole life, like kind of showing up like that. So um yeah, I mean, he just he just goes off, you know what I mean? Like, "What about this, and what about that, and what about this?" You know? So, I mean, he's always kinda been that way according like, in the cards and stuff like that, so, I just imagine, there's not a way, and I'm not saying I imagine, but I saw in the cards that he had confronted each and every one, of these people about the problem, his family members rather. And so the queen just feels a little entitled, like there's a little entitlement here, she feels like they went about it the wrong way, but she's in reverse. Her point of view is, a bit skewed here. And the fact that she's showing up as the emperor in reverse, like, it's really, like, kinda ignorant. You know what I mean? It's really, like, a lot of ego involved. She doesn't come across as an egomaniac, but she's so used to running everything that she feels entitled, kind of. It's almost like she's not aware of any boundaries, although she's not the type of person. I don't think it's ever struck me that she's the type of person imposing on people and controlling people all the time, but she's just used to running stuff, and then in running stuff, she just feels like she should have been made privy to a little bit more to this decision. And I guess what she's kind of looking at is like, yeah, damn, I mean, you guys kind of like made a website. You kind of communicated. She doesn't like, obviously, with this two of wands in reverse and all this, how this was communicated to the world. Then she's surprised that they had a website. I don't think that she really knew like that they had a website. And what is this? What is this? Hold on one second. Um there's something else too, but I can't like grasp it, grasp onto it to let's see. So she just, with the 3 of Pentacles here as well, she just kind of expected as well. We always do everything together. Everything is always in the light. You've always laid out all your projects out to me. And it just really goes to show, like, as well, like in this narrative, the list of complaints that she has here is that, Harry and Meghan, we always shared everything, but Meghan is not really in this. This is really between her and Harry, even though Megan is passenger seat, you know what I mean? Or in the back seat of this situation. She doesn't have any control over it. So people really need to stop blaming her. It's not her. This is something really, whether he married Megan or if he married the other girl, the South African girl or whatever, it would have pretty much been the same thing. Only it wouldn't have been this organized, actually. I don't know why I'm reading onto this energy with this other girl. He would have been more of a hot fucking mess. Aaron would have. Like more tantrumist, more truculent or something like that, more, just it wouldn't have been this organized. Megan actually brings the best out in him. I mean, Harry is he's good on his own, but I mean, he's got so much fire and he's got so much pent up frustration with that family because I don't think that they really respected like his mother's death. Like I just think there's something there. I haven't really dug into it because it hasn't really come out without prompting it. And you guys who know my channel know I don't believe in like digging for stuff. What I do see is that it basically, what is this? Yeah, I don't think that the family has been horrible regarding the public support, Jules, but I just think, you know, I think again it's a lot of tradition and I think a lot of people are frou comfortable, you know? I mean, the way that I've read cards and you guys know my channel, No, I've been reading it's going on almost 2 years, it's a good year and a half that I've been reading on Meghan and Harry and William and Kate, and like I said, if you guys are new to the channel, William and Kate's work ethic always comes up, like, almost idle to almost, not doing much, and in addition to that, I did a reading on I'm not sure that, you guys have gotten to see all of their readings, but the queen could see William and Kate are absolutely not ready um to be leading any form of any throne. And I think over time, especially with the cards, but little inkling as well in the spotlight, they've shown that as well. So I mean there's that, but huh? Wait, hold on, I'm reading. Yeah, but I mean, like the queen can't feels like William is king, and the king just how it is, she can't see anything else. Like to me, like I've always said, she's a slave to tradition. um we've seen the early cracks of this, the fact that Harry decided to take his charity to separate his charity. That's not Meghan's thing. That's Harry and William having differences over things. While Harry is stimulated and performing in his highest form in a relationship with a woman who brings out his highest form. And I can tell you that because of when I just look on early, I just saw like how much of a different person he would be, and definitely wouldn't be performing as much as this. I mean, so whatever. All right. So yeah, she is so the queen has some personal blocks as well. She has some personal blinders on as well. I think we've talked about that, but it's especially evident here in these first 5 cards with her feeling a little bit some kind of way, let's say, because she feels like they should have shared. Like she didn't know about the website, though. She didn't know about their communication to the social media, and it just felt she knew about the problem. She knew what they wanted to do. Harry did let her know, contrary to what I boldly say, based on the last couple of readings I've just done, I say that he confronted everyone. He's been very vocal about this, and yeah, and particularly to his grandmother more than anyone else. So it's not like, oh my God, the queen didn't know. But what she didn't know about is the website. Like she just hadn't seen it. It's not that they kept the information secret from her, but she hadn't seen it and she feels a little entitled to have seen it. But she put herself in a place where she lost trust with them because she did not handle, she didn't handle the situation at hand when he really confronted it with her and said, "You see what's happening here. You see the differences in the work ethic." And you guys, for those of you who are new, who never seen my video before, you can go back a few videos and see. I think it's a William and Harry video and the Queen or something like that. But in that video, excuse me, in that reading, I showed that Harry was really discussing this with his grandmother and he wants to ultimately have a machine, like a really efficient machine in the royal family, really helping out in charity, really doing great bold things. He used the word bold as well, but I use it because excuse me, there's also this thing suddenly with my throat. It's just suddenly. And it's just letting me know as well the throat chakra being blocked as well, him not being able to express himself as far as his projects are concerned. So right now, let me just pull all of this back and go. I have the Sun card here, the 6 of Cups card, the 2 of Swords in reverse. think that Megan is secretly kind of suffering from some kind of mental, not mental. Usually when I accidentally say the another word, I literally literally means it, but I truly did not mean it this time. I meant to say medical condition. I truly have no feeling behind mental. Usually I have a hit, and I would if I said it. I mean, I would if I felt it. So in any case, there's Archie, and Archie provides like a really sweet atmosphere for them. He's a really nice baby. He's laid back. I don't think he cries a lot. He's showing up here, and like I just kind of see, give me 1 second here. I'm just taking a look at these cards because I just need to grasp something. Um, yeah, like Megan again isn't saying much. I think her focus is really kind of right now is just what I told you, like in a couple readings back. Like she's really focused on being a wife, being in a place of supporting him, because I think silently she also knows like he's really coming into his manhood here. Like, um, he really needs to find his place. He knows that as a man, as a mid 30-year-old man, he's always been the little brother. He's always been the baby of the family. Overall, I know there's Beatrice. I mean, the other girls, no disrespect to them. Fergie's daughters. I know there's them, but I don't know. It's so much, it always has been so much closer, with these guys, Prince Charles and the boys, William and Harry. So, I mean, she's kind of stepped back as he's needed that space. Before she was much more I don't want to say a dominant force. Sometimes she was dominant, but she's definitely just a powerful force, and she's guiding him or whatever, but he doesn't need guidance. Just him being in her energy, just him having her energetic bounce off, just brings him up into who he should be. And they're vibrating together so fast, if you know what I mean. It's just not matching the family now. That's what's causing a lot of issues. But, just Harry coming out of that kid, the one who's always different, the one who's having a problem with everything, oh, kind of crazy Harry. You know what I mean? You know how Harry goes off. He's so over passionate. He's sensitive. He's this. You know how he is. This type of thing, and you can again see the extended video yesterday. Some of you, if you guys are interested to really see like where he is, I would discuss it more, but it's just again, it's not fair. My big mouth, I'm like ready to say a whole bunch of stuff, but it's not fair to the people who purchased the extended video. But you will really see like um a lot in his thinking. But yeah, Megan is not saying anything, and Harry is he is very, to me, again, I feel like if I were reading for Harry directly right now, I would say let's just try to focus on separating the emotion and everything you've been through in that entire lens off, just for the sake of cohesion, I guess, or just the sake of being able to really hear 100% of what's going on. It's not that he's wrong in this situation or anything like that. It's not that the queen is wrong or that anybody is terribly wrong in this situation. It's just that the opinions differ, and then the restriction placed on Harry in a world of where he wants to do things, and a number of disappointments that he has, that the things that Harry sees. Harry is, you know what, he is sorry, has been like trying to like really get to this point, trying to really search around to put this into words. He is more like really like an Aries person, even though he's like a Virgo, and he often shows up as the King of Wands. But like an Aries person doesn't have a lot of tolerance, like, and that's the way he's always kind of shown up in his family. Like if things just don't make sense, he's just like, this just doesn't even make sense. It's not efficient. It's not, like he's always kind of been like that. And so they're the rails again. And so um Megan sees him etching his role as man, here as a man. So she's laying back his way of breaking out of this really sort of suffocating kind of family culture where everyone kind of shuns him to a certain extent when he gets very passionate about stuff. And he's like, you know what? I'm absolutely right about this. And there's no reason to be fighting for mediocrity. I totally get where he's coming from on this. He kind of gets gaslit a little by people, oh, there he goes again. Oh, let's all leave the room, Um, he really wants to do a lot of things. So Megan has nothing to do with this. Like if he were to marry another woman, it would not be coming out. This is probably its highest form that it's coming out in, because he's going to do a lot. But he is definitely emotionally to get back to my point earlier about 5-6 minutes ago, he is definitely excuse me. Emotionally, he is probably like 20 years old. He is, as generally mature, he's at his 35 years of age or whatever. But emotionally, dealing with all of this, these are feelings that have been for many years unresolved. And for many years, they've been pushed down by people who haven't been confronting real issues properly in the first place. You know what I mean? Like you'll see the extended video or you won't see the extended video and you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. Like the queen, everyone has, developed this family culture and, it just for him it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And all these rules and rigmarole and things like that. And you'll see actually this is a running theme with him throughout my readings over the last year as well. You'll see some of this having come out, like from him being a child up until now. So there's that. So Megan's laying back, she's letting him do what he needs to do because she knows that there the cost of him doing this is to become himself, is to become himself, like fully into who he really is, a person who really wants to do things, not all this rigmarole and holding me back and all of this stuff. And William and Kate, I'm sorry, they're just not on it. Like they're tying their hands so horribly. It's see in the cards. It's just not. It's not healthy for people like Harry and Meghan who like to be out in the world. They like to be on the ground. They're those type of people who are out in the field getting things done. William and Kate, and it would have been fine, like if they just let it go the way it was. Let Harry and Meghan run out and do their stuff in the field. Let them push out all this big work. Let them do the stuff with Vanity Fair because what they're doing is they're harnessing the awareness of people who normally wouldn't necessarily give much of a care about these things. So let them push out this work. Let them push out the cookbook. As a matter of fact, who was here yesterday? Jules, do you remember who said that Kate was holding on to Meghan's cookbook? What was that all about? So yeah, I'm gonna go on and see. I don't know if Jules is still here or whatever, because it is like totally like 4 a.m. in the morning our time. Oh, you read about that on Twitter. So what was that specifically about? I mean, or what was reported or asserted or alleged? Um, you guys give me 1 second. I'm just here looking through the cards. Thanks guys for hanging out here listening. Oh, where are you guys? Is anybody listening out of on the other side of the world? I would love to hear where you guys are from. Taking her projects in what way? Like taking them over, taking her ideas, or just taking them off the table? Does anyone care to share where they're from? She and William. She and William have been accused of taking credit. Oh, yeah. I mean, actually saw that in the cards. I don't remember if that was in the extended or in the regular reading from yesterday. You're in Southern Cal. I didn't know. I don't know why I was thinking you were a New Yorker. Oh, so for you, it's just 1 a.m. All right, you guys. I'm not just talking here. I'm actually pulling some more cards. Who is this? I'm just pulling up the Judgment card, the Nine of Pentacles, okay. All right. So this is Meghan, right? Meghan's going to stay out of the spotlight for a while. She's got her projects. I actually spied today. I don't even want to say I spied, but I saw that she did some kind of voiceover project for Disney. Um, so I was like, oh, when she does voiceover, she's like perfect to do voiceover because to me, her voice is very beautiful. Yeah, it's not too late there. I actually could use to have a couple hours back. I don't know why the hell I'm doing up at 4:01 in the morning. So, and my computer is about to die soon, so I better hurry up. So Meghan is, after this announcement, I feel like she's gonna continue to play the role of Susie Homemaker, but Susie Homemaker is going to be making a lot of projects. But for now, she's gonna do some healing and just enjoy herself. I think even a little quiet time from Archie too. And I've always kind of seen that about her. It's not like she doesn't love her child or anything like that, but she's very much so individualistic in a lot of ways. Um, yeah, I just don't see her out in the public right now. I feel like something's going on with her. I don't know if she's suffering from postpartum or what. I just feel like she has some medical condition, like her body or something. It could also be not just the pregnancy, but just the disappointment of all this. Like it's a lot. I think Meghan is more vibrationally sensitive than we think. She is um I think her spirit is a lot more sensitive, like I think she's empathic or something. Like, I could see her maybe having some kind of jitters or something like that. And, Harry's just seeing this shit. And I mean, it is just sending him over the roof. So Kate and William show up here, and the lovers again, like they did yesterday. The lovers upside down. They are really not happy. Harry doesn't give a fuck. So there's the King of Pentacles and the Devil. Yeah, I made this observation about Kate yesterday because Kate and William they were not speaking really, at least like a week and a half or so ago. And now it feels like, William feels weak without Harry. And he just kind of doesn't know what to do. I guess William is a little bit annoying, like in that between him and Harry, right? Harry's more like an Aries, like, if you fuck up, just come and tell me. Just let's be straight about it. Just don't fucking, you know. And it's hilarious too, because I can sometimes channel like the kind of energy that he has, and I totally get it. It's just like I could even like he's like I could even forgive like if you just like look, I know I haven't been reasonable. I know you're upset because I put gridlock on this. I know we have a disagreement that you want to do so much more, but let's just try to meet a middle ground. But William doesn't communicate like that. William could be like quite immature. Like I'm, seeing the way that he's handling things, and it's like a queen knows this, like he doesn't like to handle things, doesn't like to be out there. And I mean, the things that he went through in his childhood, you'll see many of the readings that I've done, it's because of that. It's because of um his mother. Like Harry is more outgoing, is more like carrying his mother's torch, that type of thing. And William is more aloof and disconnected and laid back because he doesn't want to make waves. He doesn't want to put himself out there like his mother. You know what I mean? So he has that. They have those two. They're on the opposite side of the poles, and so it really meshes up. But William has been feeling sad since Harry got married. You'll see that in the older videos. Like he kind of depended on Harry, and not only that, he's kind of used to Harry for a long while being like the third wheel with Kate, and even kind of Kate is used to it too. So Harry had a lot of family let's say stereotypes, just for lack of better word right now, like family stereotypes that he needed to break out of. I think a lot of you probably can understand that too, like going from a child to an adult and really having to kind of rework your boundaries with your parents who still think you're like a child. Like the type of thing, like, being maybe like a 30-year-old and your mother is still like, she's in your house now and opening up your bedroom door without knocking on it, or something to that extent, and you're like, no, 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 no. And it's like, you're my child, but no, 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 no. I'm a full grown adult now. And I'm not saying that I'm not your child, but you gotta start looking at me as a full on adult now. Like I don't want you just walking in the room like I'm like 8 years old. So anyway, yeah. So that's that. And let's see what's going to be like the result of this meeting, which you guys, for those of you who don't know me, check my reading yesterday. It's about a 30-minute long reading. It's on Harry and and the Queen. I didn't know that the Queen was going to call a meeting. After I finished the reading, about 2 hours later, the news came out that she called an emergency meeting. So I thought that was interesting, but I knew in the reading that she was coming forward toward him. But he's not really trying to hear it. So the World card shows up. The Justice card shows up again, and excuse me, the Ace of Pentacle card. Something is on my arm. Sorry. I don't know what, but I'm down to 5%, literally. I don't know if this thing cuts off. I don't know what to do. Sorry, guys. So I have the again, what I saw kind of in the reading yesterday was the Ace of Pentacles, the Justice card. I think the World card was in there, and then the Seven of Swords. I just think that the Queen again is going to be trying to offer Harry something, some kind of position that pays a lot of money, some kind of title or something. I don't think he's going to take it. The cards look a little different today than they did yesterday, so Harry positive. Um, but I don't think with this Wheel of Fortune card turned upside down, I don't think they're gonna resolve everything obviously in one today. Um, William shows up as the King of Cups here. I'm so sorry, you guys. I think this video is gonna cut off soon as I'm like trying to look at this. I think it seems like it's the end result overall and in general is going to be pretty positive in that it looks like kind of like the universe is really involved and there really may be some endings here, but there also may be some resolutions. I have with the Four of Wands over it and with the Hermit as well. I don't know. It could be meaning two things that because I just don't have the time to like drill down to be specific to, hone in specifically what this is. I what I think it is actually is that Harry is already has mine on getting over to Canada, honestly. I mean, and really starting something over there. Um, I do think that he will make sure he has a kind resolution with his grandmother and his brother, which is a really big change from yesterday. Actually, the high priestess is sticking her face out here between the bottom of the world and the Wheel of Fortune. I didn't even see this card before. I put it down and I was like running my mouth. I don't know. There are one, two, three cards here. In any case, a lot of times this card, Meghan has been coming up as this card being silent, but being very thoughtful and reflective. A holy person, a respectful person, a person who balances between light and dark. So she's coming with some really good, solid advice. With the Wheel of Fortune under it, she's saying like don't let this go to like don't end this way with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse right over her. Like it literally is like her face, the high priestess's face is like sticking out like wait, hold on, I want to tell you something. So she actually spoke to him, but there's a vast change here overnight. Nevertheless, I mean, he's really like looking at starting time with his family to me over in Canada. I don't know. Yesterday, everything didn't look good. With that Knight of Pentacles again, how I explain his emotions, not being fully, being more like 20-year-old and stuff like that. Um, that came up yesterday as well. But I mean, with these cards, this final resolution being the Ace of Pentacles, the World, and Justice. I mean, it looks pretty positive. Just as well. No? Okay. I don't know. This thing has me all over the place. So what I'm going to say is this: the general parties involved, um, they do love each other. They do care for each other. They will be cordial. They will come to some kind of. I think it's more so an ending than anything, but I think they're trying to bring it over the finish line as a cordial ending, and that definitely changed overnight. Um, Definitely Meghan really had a talk with Harry again with this Wheel of Fortune, a long one too. Long one. Like about not ending things in a negative way and not ending things, you know what I mean? Not cutting and burning bridges and stuff like that. Here with the Four of Pentacles and the Page of Swords though, there is gonna be a couple of things that he is going to say, and it's going to be pretty nasty. That I'm talking about Harry, because again, I mean, William shows up and he does love his brother. He's showing up as the King of Cups. William shows up as King of Cups a lot of times, and so does Prince Charles sometimes, but mostly William. I mean, he does really love his brother, but it's in an older capacity and he has not moved forward. He's still very much so holding on with this Four of Pentacles and wanting to keep it infuriates Harry because he wants to keep things in the old paradigm. And Harry is like, no, I mean, we have just such a gross fucking waste of power. Like, this is his issue. Like, we have been bestowed with so much influence. Our power is our influence. Our power is our ability to act within the world, and get things done within charity. So let's fucking do it. Like, people need it. This is a whole world view. He and Meghan again with this Wheel of Fortune. I don't know if this thing's gonna cut off. With this Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, David Corgan, please don't come on here with that. Please don't come on here with that kind of language. I mean, we curse, but we don't do that. So please don't play yourself. All right, so Megan actually with this High Priestess card in the upright with the Wheel of Fortune over it, they have a lot of talks about the condition of the world. And recently, especially last night, I think this whole thing also, there may have been some discussion about Iran. They're just, okay, yeah, with the Ace of Swords coming out, definitely. And there's just a need, I think she's speaking of, there's so much more of a need for us to not be breaking apart and not doing so in a way that people feel hurt or they feel confused, even though there's so much they could sit down and go, you're right, you're wrong, you are so wrong about this, and we need to leave and all this. But the whole point is that she really spoke to him. She really spoke to him because I tell you as well, the change in these cards. So no, the short answer is this before this cuts off. The whole thing is that she's looking at the condition of the world, and there's a frequent question. How's the educational system? How's the housing system? There's a housing crisis in the world. There's a crisis in education. How's the healthcare system overall? How is the quality of life when people who make 33,000 American dollars a year, which I think is about I don't know, maybe $10 an hour, 10 American dollars an hour, working full time for an entire year. Now that might be a little less, but let's say that's like $26,000. What is that? Well, sorry, I won't do the math because I'm at 2% here, but people who are making $26,000, which is well below, that's basically poverty. That's pretty much poverty here in the United States. But a lot of people work for that amount of money. But you're in the top 1% of earners in the fucking world. So she's just talking about this. Like, we have to remember our vision. Let's not lose place of our vision. And I'm glad that this is coming forward to her, because this jumps back to what I was talking about before when I was saying that he will hold on, let me go try to plug this thing in, because I don't know if it gets cut off. If it gets cut off, I'll see you guys later. But if I can plug it in before it gets cut off, I'll finish all the point here. I don't even know where the hell the plug is. Where is it? Oh, I don't know if I can get fast enough to the plug. Let's see. But she was talking. Her point is sorry. This just revealed I was in my car, right? Now you know. Let's see. So hold on one second. I don't know if I can get this plugged in. But she's almost like answering the question that I was talking about with him when I was saying, like, I don't want him to like lose sight, being that pentacle, being that pentacle, that Knight of Pentacle person. There you go, you guys. Yep. Saved by the bell, saved by the freaking battery. So we'll just go for a few more minutes. So yeah, she was like, saying, let's not lose sight of what our aim is to do things overall. We are here to help people. Um, and I think she to me it feels like she's like, they're a good family. I just feel like, it's just a difference in work ethic. So let's not lose sight of everything. So let me just see a little bit more because she's already in Canada. So I don't know what the hell's going on. Let me just see something about her. What is her opinion of all this? What does her say in all of this? Yeah, she's got the Eight of Swords, but she's got the Star. So I just really feel like no matter what she does, she just feels tied up, blindfolded. I don't think that she really feels that she has a choice in the matter. And you'll notice with this card, um, I'll describe it. It's a woman. She's blindfolded and she's got like 7 swords. She's got 8 swords surrounding her. They're like pitched into the ground. And far behind her is this castle on a high hill. So it's like she's not involved in this. She doesn't have a say in this. She's really tied up in this. But her the circumstances and everything, it just makes it look like, oh, Meghan is behind us, but she really has no say in this. And I mean, she's almost sick over this. She's almost really, and I think Harry looks at this like these kind of things, and I think many people look at the bullying on social media, the lying, or the malign. She's just been the subject or the object of a lot of maligning. And so when people malign you and you have no way of controlling and saying, hey, I didn't do that, I didn't say that, I didn't make Kate cry, I didn't do those things. Could you imagine like somebody just fucking lying about you? And it's so easy to do because a lot of stuff is so objective. And we see it every day now. People take advantage of the fact that things are ambiguous and they just go in and make up a fucking story. And it's like, wow, that could work, you know? Even though we know it's not the truth, I see how somebody could get a lie in there because everything is sometimes ambiguous. So, Jules, you're so hilarious. Yep, I got it. Enough time. So yeah, I mean, there's that. After that, though, she's got the Star, so she definitely is healing. She's definitely working, and she's been praying, you guys. She's been praying really for Harry to be able to, and I actually see a word, relax. She's really trying to calm him down. Like I just look over and I saw the word relax. Like that's how the spirit works with me. She's trying to get him back down to a place where he doesn't burn baby burn, you know that he sets his boundaries, but he also can do it within a framework where he's still maintaining his relationships, even in the face of large disagreements, even in the face of that, because she also thinks that the family is not a bad family. Again, it's just a little difference in the work ethic, or something to that extent. Again, there is the Knight of Cups here. Again, there was the Queen trying to offer some things. But again, there's this Strength card. And the Knight of Cups, the Strength card is in reverse. And then there's the King of Cups, which again represents William. I think either Meghan tries to speak to William, and I don't think it really works out well. Because William is looking in total different direction, and William is being who William shows up as in the cards often, aloof. So there's a Fool card here, and I mean Harry's cards yesterday. I mean they're so different. So definitely yesterday was like the James Cagney "Let the World Burn." You know I forget what the hell that movie is when he. I don't know, Jules. You may know it. Um, I've got the Two of Cups. We're winding down right now with the Five of Swords over it. I do think it. They'll try to come to some form of agreement, but they're going to have some sort of issues going forward again, because what's going to happen is with this five of wands, for fuck's sake, excuse me, five of swords. Again, I think, the agreement that will be made across this thing where the work ethic is going to be the same old nonsense, and William's not going to really have any interest. Ooh, I see it right there. It's not going to really have much interest. Going to be aloof again. Going to drop the project in the middle, and Harry will be left picking up the pieces here, fixing stuff. And what's going to happen after that? Meghan will not. Same three cards come out again. Same four cards out of this little pile. All right, so Meghan's being silent here. She's doing really well not to get involved. Like, you need to tell your brother this, and you need to tell your brother that. She's letting it. Honestly, she's letting it take hold. I mean, she's letting it take shape, and she's only guiding Harry where. How would you say how I see it? Harry's running the course, and she's only buffering him, like if he's about to fall over. She'll be there. She'll be there, have her shoulder there, so when he like stumbles or whatever, he feels her shoulder and he straightens up or whatever. Like she's kind of serving in that capacity, but she's really playing a quiet role. And if you guys see my other reading, she's shown up as the high priestess quite a few times. Like, she's being silent. She's really trying to connect with her own higher self. She's doing some real serious spiritual work as far as aligning herself, aligning her spirit so that she's more protected. I think she's also highly energetically sensitive, more than she ever knew. Either that, or it's just the amount of hate that's been sent toward her. She can actually really feel a lot of that shit, which a lot of people can. I mean, just the way you walk in a room and you can feel the air being stiff and stuff like that. Like, you can kind of feel stuff. So, again, we have the Strength card upside down, which, again, not putting much effort in anything. There's the Knight of Cups card and the Star card, So what I would say will come out of this meeting would be probably, I'm not sure if there's an announcement with the there's going to be a lot said. There's going to be a lot. Hold on. Nah. I feel like William will try to speak, but he just really is. The queen is going to look at him and be like, it's just not going to be effective. It's not going to be effective. It's not going to be, with this Page of Pentacles. That's how I see it. And then I just completely saw her like just with her lips shut and pursed a little after hearing him, and like he just doesn't get it done. So there's a Ten of Cups in reverse here. There's Meghan, Queen of Wands. Under that, there's the Empress, which sometimes represents Kate, but I don't think it's Kate. I'm wondering if Meghan is... Yeah, wow. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on. Sorry, guys. I am so tired. Like, I can't really get my brain into it the way I normally do to really go into all of this. So I will say this. What I see is it's going to be a lot of confusion. It feels like William's going to go in there and try to take over, right? He is going to sound a little pedestrian. The queen is going to keep silent, thinking he's a moron. No offense, but this is what I see. Lips pursed. Um, Charles sitting there half bored, you know, but also detached. Harry is boiling over, but he's quiet, not saying anything, playing with the pen upside down, right? William is talking and trying to propose this idea about this project, which yet again he needs Harry to help him with. You know, they will come out of this meeting with some kind of small project, or it'll be shoddy a little, something like that. Um, that'll be showing some sort of unity with the brothers. Really, it's like William trying to pull Harry back in as a crutch. I mean, I didn't know this about William, but like I said, he's been really exposed over the last series of readings, maybe like last 8. Um, they will start that project again, and it will just show up as the normal dynamic of what it is. The things that William is delegated to do, he won't come through on. Even if he were to see this video, he would work a tad bit harder, but then he's like, oh, you know, eh, that type of thing. So Harry is looking forward to getting over to Canada. I think he's definitely in a completely different place than what he was yesterday. Yesterday, he was on some rogue stuff. I'm not talking about like wanting to kill anybody or anything, but that he was like burn, whatever. And, it is a very interesting reading. If you guys want to see that extended reading from yesterday, you're welcome to do it by clicking on the video that I did yesterday on them and then going from there. It was really, really interesting, powerful reading, powerful. So we have that, and then here this card came forth and showed that the difference between today is that Meghan actually spoke to Harry of the night and just kind of reminded him, like, she was just like helping him to be a grounded force, to just first see, like, you don't need to burn bridges with the family, and then also, to not lose sight of what we are trying to do over, like, they've got a 10-year plan. There's like a 10-year plan that they have, where we want to be. They have some extremely big plans, but since they've announced this, the things that I saw them doing were going to be something huge in Africa, something huge and unbelievably visionary. Not overly, but visionary compared to how archaic our society is overall, given the signs. Like, a lot of people, like, again, there's a universal housing crisis. The quality of life is going down. We've got at least like 80% of the world don't even have fucking running water. That doesn't even make any sense. I mean, we've invented phones that communicate with satellites within seconds. I mean, I'm streaming to you guys. Who's the furthest person in the world from New York here? Just somebody shoot out where you are. Anybody in Australia? Anybody over in Japan watching? Thailand? Dubai? I mean, we're looking at things where we've made YouTube free. We've made streaming platforms free. We've made all of these things free, yet we can't seem to help people get stabilized in their country or economies stabilized enough. Like, it is just, there are a lot of just universal problems that don't make sense. So that is basically what's going on. I would appreciate if you guys would hit the like button for this video. It does help for these videos to show up on your timeline, for YouTube to understand that they are important to you, that they are of interest to people in this community. So if you can hit the like button, for those of you who are on your phone, if you can take a moment to do that as well, that would be greatly appreciated. Exactly, Jules. Yeah, it was like a scorched earth. Yeah, that's perfect terminology. And even, yeah, totally scorched earth. For sure. For sure. Thank you for hitting the like button. What I may encourage many more of you, if you've been watching this video for more than 5 minutes and it's been of interest to you, would you please take a moment to just make an effort to hit the like button? That would be extremely appreciated. This reading is an hour, and it takes a lot of effort. So it's really great. The viewers are enjoying the video for so long, that they just help by returning some of the energy by just simply hitting the like button. Be greatly appreciated. All right, thank you. So yeah, if more of you can hit the like button, that would be great. And I'm just gonna read a few more of the comments. Here, much appreciation. Thank you very much. Da, da, da. So I'm just wondering, you know, I don't think this is more a little bit more of a silent audience here, but I'm just wondering who in the world I'm talking to, like literally, not like who the hell am I talking to, not like that, but who in the world, like where, what continent is up at this time? Because it's 4:36 in the morning here, and so I'm just wondering, probably like freaking mad woman outside, 4:36. Let's see. Okay, more dead silence. Nobody responded. I really need if I'm going to do lives, like it'd be great if people could just answer. Like I find that a lot too. Like it's kind of strange to me. Like I'll ask a question and it'll be like silence. But when I watch other videos, people are like just la 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 all the time on a video, like answering a person. I'm like, I can't even get a question answered. Like really, like crickets. So yeah, that doesn't make me feel like I'm whatever, but I'm gonna go ahead and go. It is 4:37 in the morning for me. Thanks so much to you guys for taking the time out to tell me where you are in the world so I could just kind of understand, like, is it worth doing a video at this time? But since I don't get that kind of help, I don't know if I'll do a video at this time again. All right. Thank you. Jules, can't believe you're up. You are welcome, and I will talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye now.